A startling claim has emerged from some corners of Russian society. China should reclaim its historical lands within present-day Russia. This controversial idea has sparked debate and concern. It highlights the complex relationship between these two powerful neighbors. The claim originates from Russian nationalists and some politicians. They view China's growing global influence with apprehension. The audacity of the suggestion is striking. It calls into question the settled borders between Russia and China. It also unveils underlying anxieties within Russia about its future. This is especially relevant given the current geopolitical climate. The claim, however, is not endorsed by the Chinese government. Beijing officially denies any intention to pursue territorial claims on Russia. China emphasizes its commitment to the existing border agreements. It reiterates the importance of its strategic partnership with Russia. This dissonance between the anxieties within Russia and China's official stance exposes a key dynamic. A deep-seated fear of Chinese expansionism exists within certain segments of Russian society. This fear is rooted in history and fueled by China's remarkable economic and military rise. The territories in question were ceded to Russia by China in the 19th century. This was a period of significant upheaval for China. It faced internal rebellion and increasing pressure from Western powers. The Treaty of Aigun in 1858 and the Treaty of Beijing in 1860 formalized these territorial transfers. These treaties remain a sensitive subject in Sino-Russian relations. The territories encompass vast areas of Siberia and the Russian Far East. They are rich in natural resources. This includes minerals, timber, and fertile land. These resources are vital to Russia's economy. They also hold strategic importance. The historical context of these treaties continues to resonate today. Some Chinese nationalists view these agreements as unequal. They argue that they were imposed on a weakened China. This perspective, however, is not the official stance of the Chinese government. The legacy of these historical treaties casts a long shadow. It influences contemporary perceptions of the Sino-Russian border. It also highlights the sensitivity surrounding territorial claims in the region. In 2004, Russia and China signed a landmark border agreement. This agreement aimed to finally resolve all outstanding border disputes. It involved the demarcation of the eastern section of their shared border. This agreement was hailed as a major diplomatic achievement. The agreement was significant for several reasons. First, it removed a major irritant in bilateral relations. Second, it allowed both countries to focus on other areas of cooperation. Third, it symbolized a commitment to peaceful coexistence. Despite the 2004 agreement, the issue of historical territories continues to linger. This is fueled by nationalist sentiment and online discussions. The persistence of this narrative underscores the enduring power of historical memory. It also highlights the need for continued dialogue and understanding between the two nations. Even with the official resolution of border disputes, the historical context and the re-emergence of these claims demonstrate the need for continued management of the relationship. Open communication and proactive diplomacy remain crucial to prevent historical grievances from resurfacing and impacting the future of the Russo-Chinese partnership. Section 4, an alliance forged Russia and China's strategic partnership. In recent years, Russia and China have cultivated a strong strategic partnership. This partnership is multifaceted. It encompasses economic, military, and diplomatic cooperation. It is driven by shared interests and a common desire to challenge the existing world order. Economically, Russia has become increasingly reliant on China. This is particularly true after facing Western sanctions following its actions in Ukraine. China is a major market for Russian energy exports. It is also a key investor in the Russian economy. Militarily, Russia and China have stepped up joint exercises and arms sales. They share intelligence and coordinate their positions on international security issues. This growing military cooperation is a response to what they perceive as Western containment policies. The Russia-China partnership has become a defining feature of the 21st century geopolitical landscape. Their cooperation has significant implications for global power dynamics. It is a development closely watched by other world powers. Section 5. The shadow of dependency, imbalance in the relationship. Despite the appearance of a strong partnership, an imbalance of power exists between Russia and China. Russia's dependence on China has grown. This is especially true in the economic realm due to sanctions. This dependence has fueled anxieties in Russia. Some fear it could be exploited by China in the future. Russia's pivot to the east, while presented as a strategic choice, is also a necessity. This is driven by its isolation from the West. This dependence creates a sense of vulnerability for Russia. This imbalance is not solely about economics. China has surpassed Russia in terms of its global influence. This is evident in its economic prowess, diplomatic reach, and soft power. This shift in power dynamics is a sensitive issue for Russia. The growing disparity between Russia and China, while often downplayed, creates an undercurrent of tension. This tension, if not managed carefully, has the potential to undermine the seemingly strong partnership. Section 6. Public reactions, a spectrum of skepticism and concern. The idea of China reclaiming historical lands in Russia has elicited a range of reactions from both the Russian and Chinese public. These reactions reflect the complex sentiments surrounding the issue. They highlight the role of history, nationalism, and geopolitical anxieties in shaping public opinion. In Russia, reactions range from outright dismissal to deep concern. Some see the claims as preposterous and unworthy of serious consideration. They point to China's official denial and its commitment to existing agreements. Others express anxiety, viewing the claims as a potential threat to Russia's territorial integrity. In China, discussions around the issue are more muted, partly due to government censorship. While nationalist sentiment exists, with some online voices echoing the claims, these views are not representative of the Chinese government's stance. Public reactions in both countries underscore the sensitivity of territorial issues. They highlight the need for careful diplomacy and communication to manage public perceptions and prevent misunderstandings. Section 7. An uncertain future, the unlikely claim and underlying tensions. The idea of China reclaiming historical lands within Russia remains highly improbable for the foreseeable future. Several factors support this assessment. China prioritizes stability and its strategic partnership with Russia. It has officially denied any such intentions. The 2004 border agreement serves as a legal framework for resolving any potential disputes. However, despite the improbability of territorial claims materializing, underlying tensions and anxieties persist. Russia's growing dependence on China, fueled by Western sanctions, creates a sense of vulnerability. The disparity in their respective global influence adds another layer of complexity. The future of the Russia-China relationship hinges on their ability to manage these underlying tensions. Open communication, mutual respect, and a commitment to upholding existing agreements will be crucial. While the prospect of China reclaiming historical lands remains unlikely, the very existence of this discussion highlights the importance of vigilance and proactive diplomacy in navigating the complexities of the Sino-Russian relationship.